a story you'll only see here on Local 5. This is Steve Briscoe with a Grinnell police officer. In the early morning hours of August 18th, Steve saved the life of a man who was trapped in his vehicle after wrecking it in a cluster of trees and was engulfed in flames. Local 5's Lakyn McGee spoke to the Grinnell chief of police on how if Steve wasn't driving by, the outcome would have been deadly.
Grinnell PD got the call on Sunday at 2:30 in the morning of a vehicle fully engulfed in flames. But when they arrived, they noticed that a man had already helped them out, and it was caught on body cam video. Approaching the wreckage, Grinnell PD body cam footage shows a couple people standing on the side of the highway, watching what could have been a deadly scene.
The investigation so far has determined that a passerby.
That passerby was Steve Briscoe, pictured here with an officer.
Stopped, got out, and rendered aid to the driver who was still in the vehicle with the vehicle engine compartment on fire and with the driver unresponsive.
Photos of that night show the car pinned against trees. We were only allowed to see certain clips because this accident is still under investigation. Chief Riley says that Steve is the former director of college safety at the Grinnell campus, so he certainly is familiar with law and first responder operations.
They couldn't even get the driver's door open. They literally pulled the driver out through the driver's door window.
Local 5 asked to speak to Steve, but Chief Riley says,
I just don't think he wants the fanfare. He's not out for the accolades. He did what he thought was the appropriate thing to do, and he performed that, and now he'd like to just go back to just being Steve.
Steve and the two occupants of the vehicle are all okay and only suffered minor injuries.
It's not every day you see someone willing to jump in, but you do every now and then. There are people out there that are like that.
I think there are a lot of people out there that are like that. They just fortunately don't have to be placed in that position.
Now, since this incident happened at 2:30 in the morning, I asked Grinnell PD if there was alcohol involved in this situation. All they could tell me is that this is still under investigation. Reporting in Grinnell, Lakyn McGee, Local 5 News, Weir, Iowa.